Hi there, welcome. If you're new to my sessions, here are the key takeaways you can expect. I'll cover the Wyckoff stages, both weekly and daily, and also I'll cover the key price levels where Dogecoin will find support or resistance, and then also breakout timing if the charts are indicating any to us. And this time for Dogecoin, there's absolutely a chance that it's going to break out in a few days. If that happens, that's going to change the direction of a trend that has started for over a month or nearly 2 months. I'm fixing the mic, so give me a second. It should work now. Okay, let's dive into the charts. Here, we're seeing the weekly chart of Dogecoin. Currently, we see 2 consecutive weeks of stabilizing along this white dashed line. Similar sense of activity has happened during end of July, early August. And in terms of Wyckoff, previously we talked about a potential of coming down for another test versus that of going up for the new distribution cycle becomes 50-50, because on the week of October 10th, that particular day especially, draw the price below this upward trend line, this yellow dashed line. So that's why at that point in time we changed the percentages, and I'll keep them the same at the moment, because what we're seeing now is like a post-panic stabilization time, and it's still unclear where it's going to head to. Okay, so Wyckoff stages we touched on, just to check the Bollinger Band and Keltner squeeze. You see this squeeze is currently happening, meaning the purple lines are within the orange, and you see this shade at the back that indicates for the indicator itself, it consider it has started as well. For me, it looks to me the squeeze started sometime in June, July time already, because the top line, the purple, has gone into the orange since that time, and the bottom edge was close enough. If you're new to this indicator, what it indicates to us are larger price swings incoming. So it doesn't say which side does it swing first. It can start with like going up and then coming down, likewise for this case, but it can also go all the way down before any form of like recovery. So it's an indicator to help us to understand, like, would there be any kind of bigger swings coming, and it looks like it's building up for that in Dogecoin. Let's look at the daily chart. Since we were talking about Bollinger Band Keltner squeeze, just to quickly check, as of now we are not in a squeeze because that was kind of disrupted by what happened on the 10th. But you see the purple lines are quickly coming together, getting closer to the orange, meaning if the trading continues within this narrow range for the next few days, a squeeze will happen. And last time it happened, we've got that kind of swing back in September. So that's the current situation, and the breakout time point I point to, like in the title, is this particular one. So we see the price has just climbed. Let me change back to yellow. Climb back to this triangle area. If today or in the next few days the candlesticks are still closing above this yellow line, the solid yellow line, then that means it's going to get to the tip of this triangle, and that now points to sometime next weekend around November 1st. So from now, any day till then, there's an opportunity for Dogecoin to break outside of this downward channel box. Okay, this blue box over here. The significance of this is it's going to finish this downtrend that started since mid-September. Okay, after the upthrust on September 14th, it officially started to decline, the price, all the way to where we are now. And this is the opportunity for Dogecoin to eventually break outside of this downtrend. And just to draw two other lines also, because definitely we are seeing something coming, and it points to similar timing. Okay, the recent 14 days of activities, basically the price actions forms a wedge, and it's also pointing towards sometime between now till the point that we just talked about, a potential breakout will happen. So I just talked about the scenario breaking out to the upside, the significance of it, right? If, however, you say the price breaks to the downside below this yellow support line at around 19 cents 50, that's extended from this SOW, not SOW, the sign of strength period, and also the recline from the SOW, the sign of weakness period. And you can see also other automatic rally stages back in the accumulation cycle in June and March, April time. So this level over here, if the price fell or falls below this, what's going to happen is the next support would be around this line over here, around 16 cents 95 or 17 cents, to make it simpler. So this line, this support line, you can see it's based on the activity of the selling climax back in June, and also these bunch of candlesticks that's like the backup or last point of support period during those two accumulation cycles. So this is not as important or as significant as the one we are we talk about, breaking outside of the box, because this is basically still within the downtrend if it falls below the yellow line. If you are new to the trading channel or the playground zone, I name it, if I change it to a line chart, you'll see the practicality or the use of these channels is basically an indication to us, because the price tends to bounce off around three lines. The simplest one is the bottom edge and the top edge. So it bounces between these two. You see these three bounces already, right? There's a chance that it's going to bounce the fourth time this time. Okay, besides the breakout scenario. So the timing in the next few days, what's going to happen is going to tell us whether there is a trend change, whether it's going to still continue with this downward trend towards the selling climax in the daily time frame, or is it going to break outside, starting another new trend. Not saying it's going to exactly bounce, or not even bounce, shoot all the way up. There's still a chance for it to trade sideways a bit and then develop another downtrend. So just to let you know the possible scenarios, not to give you a false impression that it's going to shoot all the way to moon or the Mars. And here, while we're talking about this channel box, the bouncing, there's also one line. You see this dashed blue line over here. That's the center line of the channel. A center line doesn't mean it cuts the box into exactly half. So you see this isn't as well. This somewhat skewed towards the lower half of the box, and you can see the price clearly bounce around this line as well, in addition to the two edges we talk about. Okay, so sometimes it just linger around that line before crossing to the other half of the box. So how to draw this line? Basically, you pick the location in between these two edges where you find most candlesticks having their heads or tails around that particular range. Then you can draw a line over there. That's our reference center line. Okay, so that's the daily time frame. And remember, in the next few days, latest by next weekend, Dogecoin is going to show us whether it's a continuation of the downward trend, or is it going to break outside of this trend and form a new trend. If it does go to the downside, there's no surprise, because we are already expecting there can be more tests, because if we look at the past accumulation cycles, after selling climax, there can be second tests, and even a spring where the price gets to the lowest point in the cycle, and then subsequent tests before it really start to climb. And this time we have only gone through the selling climax and the second test, and there's no subsequent tests till now. You can consider October 10th have triggered one test, but that's a very brief test where the candlestick did not close around this level, so that's why I did not count that. So that's for Dogecoin for now, and see you